It's morning in the Arabian desert. The place explorer Bertram Thomas called the abode of death. But it's a beautiful place, the kind of place I look for more and more these days. Stark, empty, clean sand that stretches out seemingly forever. Oman defies expectations. It shouldn't, according to the cruel logic of the world, exist. But it does, and it's incredible. The Sultanate of Oman is an absolute monarchy. A predominantly Islamic state, at a vital strategic choke point in the world's oil supply. It is surrounded by some of the trickiest and most contentious powers in the region. And yet, here it is, relatively small, tolerant, welcoming to outsiders, peaceful, and stunningly beautiful. But Oman is facing uncertainty with succession issues and declining oil reserves. The question of what's next is a big, if often unspoken one. So pre-1970, this was a very different place to live, very different country.
Quite simply, there was nothing. We had only 3 schools all over Oman, and only for boys. We had only 2 hospitals.
For the whole country?
Yes, for the whole country. And 9 miles of paved road in Muscat.
And what happened outside of Muscat was really of no concern to
Absolutely.
Leadership.
Yes.
Sheikh Zayed bin Suleiman Al Ghafri is a businessman and the son of a tribal leader. He's the kind of guy who will likely be prominent in the future of the country. The current sultan replaced his father and took the country really from the 19th century into the 20th century very, very quickly.
Absolutely. His Majesty took over and he changed the whole scene.
This is not a democracy, but everybody, it seems, has genuine affection and respect for the sultan. Sultan Qaboos bin Said Al Said is the much-admired and enigmatic absolute ruler and monarch. He's presided over everything Omani for the last 47 years. In that time, he has raised a nation literally from a dusty, primitive backwater to a modern, functioning, largely secular society.
His vision was to deliver the services first: electricity, water, healthcare, education. It was like a one-man show.
Usually one-man shows are not a good thing.
That's right.
Historically, seldom does that work out. But, you know, you look around and see how the country is doing now, it's pretty impressive.
It's a tremendous job that His Majesty has done. People just felt like he's the man that they were waiting for to enlighten their life and to open doors for them.
Oman, it should be understood, sits at the top of the Indian Ocean rim. The empire once stretched from Pakistan to East Africa, with important trade routes that reached from southern Africa all the way to the China Straits, Indonesia, and deep into East Asia. Modern Oman is a fraction of that size now, but its DNA, its culture, cuisine, and to some extent attitude toward the outside world is a reflection of that history. Matrah is a port town in the capital of Muscat, for centuries a central hub of commerce and trade.
One of the first things I notice about the city is its very low slung. This seems like a calculated aesthetic decision.
If you're someone who wants to build your house, you first submit your plans to municipality. And if you're going above a certain height, it's generally frowned upon because the idea is to keep a sort of traditional Omani vernacular.
Aisha Stobi is a curator and PhD student focused on Middle Eastern art history. She is, like many young people here, patriotic to the point of being nerdy, as she puts it.
We have such an old history, and I think Matrah is a really great example of that, you know? This is something that functions in our daily life. It functions very similarly to, say, how it would have functioned if you were coming into Matrah and going into the souk, say, 200 years ago. And now we're coming to the Corniche, which is...
Oh, I just love that word.
Favorite.
I love any city with a corniche. It's such a beautiful word.
The food of Oman is a mix of flavors and ingredients and tastes from Arabia and from all over Oman's former empire. Beit al-Luban is an old boarding house turned restaurant where you can try dishes like pakora and kashori, which both came back from India, chapati from East Africa, and shuwa, Oman's classic special event dish. They do one version or another of this all over the world, but shuwa is special. They slather a goat with a spicy paste consisting of cumin, coriander, red pepper, cinnamon, cardamom, and nutmeg. Then wrap the meat in palm or banana leaves, dig a hole, throw in some meat, cover it up, and leave underground for a day or two over hot coals.
Oman has changed in a way that's unique to anywhere I've been. I mean, I haven't seen any place that has sort of maintained the architecture and the character that this country has, and that's a really unusual thing.
It's Oman is the only country, I think, in the Gulf region that kept their tradition. And if you travel outside Muscat, you see the flavor of the old life still there.
Hassan Mir is one of Oman's preeminent fine artists who works in painting and photography. Musna Al-Musaffar is a filmmaker, artist, and provocateur, representing the increasingly vocal point of view of young Omani women in the Middle Eastern art scene.
I think in Arabia we have a tradition of storytelling and saying things without saying them directly. They took this from poetry. They have a certain language with a lot of tact, with a lot of...
Subtext.
Yeah.
There's an unusual mix here. Very graceful, very proud mix of cultures and languages.
I mean, the mix was existing from the beginning.
There is a beauty in being different and understanding the other.
Such a difficult time to make that argument. The whole world seems to be going in exactly the opposite direction. I mean, my country, the last thing anyone seems to want to do is highlight the other.
I think people discuss like fears of multiculturalism, but within Oman, because of our seafaring history, it's a traditional reality. It's our background, it's who we are.
The runway is frozen sea ice, 10 feet thick. The airport shuttle, Ivan the Terrabus, a road warrior-looking behemoth that takes us slowly towards our destination.
We're driving Ivan, 40 feet long, 67,000 pounds, 23 years old, made out of some good Canadian steel. Sometimes the heat actually works. This year it does.
It is no short hop to Antarctica, and no easy thing to see it the way it should be seen. The last unfucked up place on Earth.
There we are. Try to get plenty of rest and enjoy the Antarctic.
McMurdo Station, the largest U.S. base on the continent. The hub, supply, and support center for everything we do here in Antarctica. The pursuit of pure science. It ain't pretty. It looks like a mining camp. But look closely and you notice things, like the total absence of litter. Not a single cigarette butt. It's one of the most carefully regulated communities on the planet. And it is a community, a tightly knit, highly organized, very odd subculture of just under 1,000 people in summer and 150 in winter, all working towards the same thing in this most remote, barren, yet stunningly beautiful continent. Work is seasonal in McMurdo, and it's the type of place that demands a very special kind of individual. Everyone is interdependent and comes to realize that very quickly. The scientists, known in local parlance as beakers, depend absolutely on a support community of specialists like the carps or carpenters, heavy equipment operators, the fuelies, riggers, pilots, wasties, cooks. Like I said, it takes a special breed of hard-ass to not just make it down here, but like it. You got to be tough.
Right now, I love being in McMurdo because it's like being at a spa for scientists.
Doug McHale is one of the world's preeminent glaciologists who's been coming to Antarctica since the 70s. The Coffee House, one of 3 watering holes on station. It's not much to look at, but offers a welcome respite from the cold.
One thing about this continent that's special is the vertical hierarchy. Everybody respects up and down equally. The janitor really does have a sense that their action is right at the front line. That doesn't happen as much elsewhere in the world of science. Tangibly seeing a contribution.
What brought you here? It's cold out here.
It's part of some kind of personal honor. People who come as a scientist might think of their science as driving them more than thinking of coming to a place that is definitely different than anywhere else in the world.
Despite its seemingly endless whiteness, what you see is a desert, technically. The highest and driest on the planet. A frozen desert, holding 61% of the entire world's fresh water. It looks like nothing lives. You won't see a single plant, a single leaf, and certainly not a puppy. Even the sun this time of year never sets. It moves in lazy circles around the sky. But shit is indeed moving. Beneath your feet, all around you, just very slowly.
An ice shelf is a kind of glacier that flows off the land, but it begins to float in the ocean.
It's fresh water.
It's freshwater ice, and the ice itself varies from the snow like today,
Right.
and down at the bottom, ice that might have fallen as snow 35,000 years ago. It's the part of the Antarctic ice sheet we call the buttress because it fringes the entire continent. It might take 50,000 years for the ice at South Pole to get into the Ross Sea and bust off as an iceberg.
No.
But it would take only 20,000 years or even 10,000 years if the ice shelf wasn't there. This is the biggest pile of free ice in the solar system.
McMurdo is at the tip of Ross Island, surrounded by miles of frozen sea. There are a lot of different types of ice down here.
Glaciology started about 50 years ago. Our entire science is driven by the fact that we're still trying to figure out what Antarctica is doing in terms of sea level, how the ice sheet is expanding or contracting, how it's flowing, whether it melts in some places, how it busts off icebergs that float away in the ocean. And we're trying to come up with some kind of a solid, reliable statement about what cities like San Francisco and New York and Shanghai have to plan for.
Antarctica, for all too obvious reasons, remained free of any sustained human contact until the mid-20th century, when the U.S. Navy launched Operation Deep Freeze, an enormous logistical enterprise that established the first permanent base here at McMurdo in 1955.
Deep down in the ice, caves were cut, and here the supplies were packed away in a natural fridge. Frozen meat, perfectly preserved, but where's that axe? Let's have a bit of 15-year-old ham.
Since the National Science Foundation took over from the Navy, things have gotten a lot less Wild West around here. It feels like dorm life at college. Bathrooms are communal, everybody rotates housekeeping duties, and everybody shuffles off at designated hours to the galley, where the cooks do the very best they can, given the infrequent delivery of what are called with longing tones around here, freshies, or anything not frozen, canned, or prepared.
Little connectivity I have with the outside world, I owe entirely to you. You've been helping me enormously.
Joni works IT and has been coming here for 9 seasons.
But it's coming, right? I mean, sooner or later, they're going to put a satellite up there and everyone out here is going to
Maybe. I mean, I think we're a long way away from having cell service down here and everybody having internet like at home.
It's really the last place on Earth for cell service.
Christy is a heavy equipment operator, coming for 19 seasons.
I actually started off in 2 seasons in the galley, and then I ended up getting trained on the equipment.
So you learned an entirely new profession so that you could stay here.
Yeah.
And Jules, another heavy equipment operator, who could most likely kick your ass, eat your lunch, then kick your ass again, has been coming for an astonishing 38 seasons.
So what were you doing before?
See, my mom worked for the company, and she wanted me to come, because I didn't want to come.
She was trying to get rid of you, or what?
Yeah, she wanted to come.
When you first started coming, how many women were here? What was the ratio?
My first 2 years were at South Pole. There were probably 90 civilians. I was the only female at South Pole. And there were probably 12 total in McMurdo and probably 1,100 men.
Was the Navy still running the place back then?
Yes, and I had a lot of respect because the United States Navy was the one that integrated this place. And originally down here it was kind of this thing like, shall we let women be here?
Right.
And then we had an admiral come down and he's like, dude, where's all the women? And oh, we don't have facilities for them. And he said, well, you goddamn better get facilities for them. When I first came down here, the company was all about, hey, this is special. There's not very many civilians. You know, it's wild and free, and it's a great place to be.
Just looking out the window, having seen what you see on a regular basis and experienced what you've experienced, is that an alienating experience?
I really appreciate how simple life is and how little you need to get by. Like, you just pack a couple duffel bags and you come down. But then I find when I get home, sometimes I get caught up in the I want, I need. And that's the part that kind of bums me out.
And that's one of the things I like about it, is that there's no rat race, there's no errands. It's a pretty egalitarian society here. NSF sitting down at tables with us, and the janitors and the fuelies are as important as the people who run the station. Nothing gets done without power, and there's no power without fuel. There's no fuel without roads. There's no roads without heavy equipment. So it just kind of goes from there, and I kind of appreciate what everybody else's role is.
This is a place where things are more powerful that don't involve money.
You make lifelong friendships. The beauty of this place is astounding. It's such a unique experience.
There's something magical about being here, a shared experience. You know, a lot of people get really hooked on this place, and it's inexpressible, I guess, as to what it is.
contrary to what some may say, I do not enjoy seeing the death of any living thing. I do not promote animal cruelty.
E a todos estes géneros alimentícios, a bênção, a graça e o amor de Deus Pai Todo-Poderoso. Vamos em paz e o Senhor nos acompanhe. Amém.
Yeah, ready to go?
Yep.
Kill the pig, kill the pig, kill the pig.
But I think people should know where meat comes from. And knowing, they should feel free to decide what they want to do from there.
Before you kill them, they give them a bagaço, that's the local grappa, to get them drunk. So the meat gets them...
The least you could do.
Yeah, exactly.
Here, right here, on José's family farm, is where I saw my first animal die. A pig, too. This after years of decades of being a chef, serving meat, ordering up my death over the phone at a comfortable distance. Up close, it was not so comfortable.
I think he's starting to get the bad news.
I guess on the DNA, they know that's going to happen. And
They know it's coming.
They know it's coming.
Yeah, well, the pigs are smart.
And sometimes they manage to run away.
To do the job right, professionals are brought in. And they do it like this because, how shall I put it, they need the heart to keep pumping the blood into the pail for sausage and soup and many delicious things.
Oops, oh, yeah, that's a fire truck. That's the start of any festivities you go to. It's the fire truck.
As befitting tradition and the way things are done, this is a once-in-a-year event. For 2 days, extended family, friends, and neighbors gather to cook, cure, and eat a pig.
Time for a haircut?
Yeah, haircut.
Old school.
Yeah. They finish up with the blowtorch.
As one must.
Yeah.
Bom dia para todos vós, bom dia para todos vós, Deus vos dê a vida boa.
They start singing. We call desgarrada. Everyone makes his own verses, and then the person must respond.
It's like rappers.
Yeah, that's it.
Freestyle.
Eu também não sou boneco e que hoje fui convidado para ajudar a matar o reco. Uma terra que se passou, andamos tão enganados como este porco andou. Que hoje morreu o reco, amanhã morramos nós.
Up.
So now they're gonna finish up and take all the guts
all the
up,
guts
all
out,
the liver.
Then it's lunch.
Lunchtime.
In Portugal, we used to say that if we want to know our body, we have to kill a pig, because it's absolutely the same. All the organs are placed on the same disposition.
I see the liver there, and the heart, and you have the tongue there too.
Ah, it's all in a package, all the good stuff.
Noite
But it's a lung.
calma e serena.
And he's good.
Yeah, he really knows what he's doing.
I would say a surgeon, but he's faster than a surgeon.
Guts removed, the liver and heart are used today, cooked immediately.
Oh, this is the best. The heart.
It's like a tender sirloin.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good, yeah.
The intestines washed and reserved for sausage casing.
That's the pork intestine. They fill with some kind of cornmeal.
It's nice.
The rest is left to hang until tomorrow, when we shall feast again.
Tony, this is rojões de folhos. That's a special part of the pork fat.
Ah, it's like chicharron.
Chicharron.
Oh, wow.
These are the potatoes with the blood.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of perfect.
That's good.
Not all the countries eat all the meat of the pork. In here, we eat everything.
My parents, they always keep in mind that when they were growing up during the Second World War, there's nothing to eat. They don't waste anything.
É mulher feia, essa aí já me convém, que eu estou aqui descansadinho, não é cobiçada por ninguém. Ai, 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 só gosto de ser mulher, quero tê-la ao pé de mim, beijá-la quando quiser.